You're back up.
All right, we're back in session.
Good morning, everybody. Seth Scott, Director, District 6 Juvenile Detention Center. I'm here today seeking signature on a memorandum of understanding between the Juvenile Detention Center and the Idaho Department of Juvenile Corrections. So this is for clinical services at the Juvenile Detention Center. We've been doing this MOA has been in effect since 2008. So basically what the state does is they provide $51,000 for us to have on-site clinicians. So some facilities have one clinician that's an employee. In our case, we have two part-time clinicians who we contract with directly. So the $51,000 goes directly to them. We just kind of manage those, the contract with those clinicians, and they meet the standards that the state has for assessing at least 90% of the juveniles that go through our facility and then making recommendations. But they're actually at a 100% assessment rate, so I'm really happy to be able to report that. So they do a really great job for us.
Good, good. Questions?
Nope.
Motion?
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we approve the application as presented.
Have a motion, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Busy times?
Busy, yeah. And then Jason Dixon also needs to sign that. Do you know if he's in?
He's in his
down the
office, he's
hall.
just got a, he's on a webinar.
Okay.
So if you want to pop in and do
I'll
that,
just
or
pop in.
Nancy.
And I have to get it fully executed with a detention board
Okay.
member as well, and I'll bring it back when I have it completed.
Just tell Carrie, it'll be what you need. And
Thank
she'll-
you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
course. Anything else, Commissioners, let us know.
All right, thank you. All right, Shanda.
Good morning, Commissioners. Shanda Crystal, Chief Procurement Officer. I've got some exciting updates on our projects for you today. I'd like to start off with the first one being for facilities, the janitorial contract. This is something that we started out new in the fiscal year 23, and it's worked really well for the facilities director, and he does intend to, he submitted his his budget request to continue that in 2024. So this is just the preparatory work. If that is approved, right, we'll move forward with the solicitation as planned. The next one is for the landfill, the scale house remodel. This is for engineering services to connect those sewer systems out there and redo the scale house. I received the draft back from the department yesterday and anticipate it submitting for legal review later on this week. For the fuels reduction grant contractor, they have completed the second estimate tour. The final one is today. And questions are due, and we anticipate issuing an addendum out on Friday with any questions that we've received. We had great participation from several contractors on this, so we're excited to have the project, and they're due on the 31st. Bids are due on the 31st before the board.
And talking with them yesterday, we want to expedite that, you know, as quick as we can, and picking and choosing. We're
On the
losing
evaluation.
valuable time right now because they're going to hit the dry season and then they're going to have to shut down. So
Right? Okay. Okay.
just for information that was passed on from yesterday's
Okay.
discussion.
I'll just touch base with Charity, and we can make that adjustment as part of the addendum as well. No problem. In regards to the drug testing services, this was the first time that a team has elected to hold interviews. It is often something that we have as part of the procurement available if necessary. This is the first team that wanted to bring them in. We brought both of the contractors in and had interview questions with them, and we had great discussions with both of them. We do have one more local company and one that's a national company, both putting in for this, and it was a great discussion. We met with that team yesterday and went through and reviewed the evaluation and what was important and how things were shaking out, and it looks like we'll have a recommendation back before the board by the end of the month on how to move forward with that. And the final one is the Forensic Pathologist Center remodel for architectural services. Kickoff meeting has been scheduled for the end of the month, May 31st, with the project, and we're including ISU's project manager as well in that meeting, just to make sure that everybody that needs to know knows, and that we are, moving forward together in that partnership between ISU and Bannock County. The project will be a little quieter for the next couple months as the drawings and things like that are prepared, but we are still on schedule to bid out the construction subcontractor services about the end of the year. October, November is when we anticipate those going live and going out for bid. But if there's any other questions on any other project, I'd be happy to.
Just the jail roofing. It says there it's supposed to 5:15 the project starts. Are we?
Yep, they have begun. They've demoed more than half of the roof. They're beginning putting back on. I believe they've submitted an invoice for partial. Maybe that's coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that project is moving along. And I believe hopes to be, complete by the beginning of July. So yeah, that one's moving forward too.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you, John. No?
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Treasurer.
Yes. I missed all the excitement, apparently. Good morning, Jennifer Clark, Bannock County Treasurer. Looking for a signature on an agreement. Again.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go into executive session for a minute. I just want to talk about things there.
Which one of these things are we on?
Right there.
Oh, all I have to do is read this.
Idaho Code.
Oh, there we go. Okay, Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we enter into executive session under Idaho Code 74-2061D to consider records that are exempt from disclosure as provided in Chapter 1, Title 7.